Is the Honda Prologue the end, or is it the beginning of something new? According to Honda Pro Jason, the Honda Prologue is on its way to the States, to a select few dealers all across the country and even worldwide, more than likely. The beefy compact SUV that totes to be the beginning of a new chapter for electric vehicles through Honda Motors. Getting ready to talk about the Prologue, I had to make sure I had a little bit more information about what Honda has done as far as electric vehicles are concerned. With a lot of other manufacturers right now, this is their first one, ready to go, one and done, or whole new line of electric cars. For Volvo, they're like, we're gonna go all electric by 2025 or whatever it's gonna be. Toyota, we're gonna make one electric car and it's just gonna be like the FRS, or we're gonna co-produce it with Subaru, and both are gonna suck, except the FRS and BRZ where, they didn't suck, and the BRZ and GR86 also don't suck. But thankfully, other than the Afeela, which is a Honda and Sony EV venture, which we're not gonna talk about today, the Prologue is all Honda all day, baby. It's exactly what they wanted it to be, and exactly what they're gonna give you, which is the ZDX, but just rebadged as the Honda. I would argue the lazy model, the lazy version of what the ZDX actually is, because the ZDX, in my opinion, is on the horizon of being another slam dunk with a Type S line for Acura as a whole and for what they're going to go ahead and push out. While Honda on the other side said, well, we have this platform already as it is, so we're going to go ahead and release the Prologue, because we knew about the ZDX prior to knowing about the Prologue. And prior to knowing about what the Prologue looked like, we knew what the ZDX would look like. Prior to knowing any of the specifications of the Prologue, we knew that there was going to be a Type S of the ZDX. We've seen it at LA Auto Show. All that being said, I do believe there's an itch to scratch from Honda that they can put forward an electric vehicle that the enthusiasts, that the new buyers who all want to buy electric, everything has to be electric, and even to the people who are withholding themselves from electric vehicles, can also get behind. However, I gotta start with a couple of cars that definitely we are glad that we're not Honda's for sure stamp on starting an electric vehicle line. And I'm talking about the Honda EV Plus. I don't know if it was a concept car, but I know it was a production vehicle because they produced about 300, sold them only in Japan. Fully electric vehicle, no really real information about the range. If Kevin finds something about the range, it's here. Produced from 97 all the way to 99, with 300 vehicles produced. Maybe it was less of a production car, maybe more of a concept vehicle. I'm not too certain on that. I'm not really sure what's within the guidelines of being an actual full production car, if you can call it one, if the numbers are so limited. But here's a picture of it here. It is a car, that's for sure, 100%. It looks like it's a smoother, more rounded off, more soft, soothing shell of a K car or Honda K truck or Honda K van, with albeit a lot less rugged looking features, looking like a lot less utility behind it. And ultimately, there was a very clear reason why this car did not sell, and there was no market for it in the 97 to 99 for a fully electric car, let alone anywhere else outside of Japan, which I'm assuming is the only place it was sold. Fast forward all the way to 2019 with the release and announcement of the Honda e-car, which I was personally very, very excited about. I was super excited to try to get my hands on one, to see one in person, drive it, take it out for a spin, really get behind the wheel of a fully electric Honda car, something besides just a plug-in hybrid like the Clarity, which for all intents and purposes, it's pretty clear why it's gone now, or the Insight, why it's gone. This front-wheel drive based fully electric car had a staggering, mind-boggling range of anywhere between 99 to 105 miles on a full charge on the Honda e-car. So we're not really busting through the seams with the numbers for 2019 to 2020, being when there's a Model 3 long range that could go above 320, 330 miles on a full charge estimated range. There's no need to mention the, no crazy numbers in torque or kilowatt hours of power or horsepower in that sense. This car was an interesting concept, kind of a Golf looking, Golf Rabbit early gen model looking vehicle. The spherical headlights I really liked. It's very UK, which is where the only place I could see that it was sold, outside of maybe European countries, maybe Japan. But I could see the utility behind the vehicle for those areas because we like bigger cars. As I was looking more into it right now, it looks like there's also another Honda production vehicle, or just another Honda Europe or Honda UK car that came to the scene, fully electric, the Honda E colon NY1. That does not roll off the tongue, and neither does this thing. Looks like it rolls off the lot. I don't know what market other than maybe a Lamborghini that we have need for a two-door subcompact SUV. But I don't know, they have it. They want it, they need it. I don't know if it's for sale over there, but I don't know, I don't care. I think I'm just gonna focus on the US. But for the US, what we're getting is the Prologue. I would like the Honda E car. I'd like it with some real specs, some Model 3 specs. I'd like it with some, you know, some power, some oomph, some technology behind it, which it looks like it has. But we don't get that. We get the Prologue. We get the Honda passport of electric vehicles disguised as a step in the right direction by Honda. Me personally, I don't think that the Prologue is where we're needing to go. I think the ZDX on its own as a platform could be successful for Acura. I'm not a huge fan of just creating middle market or even below average market electric vehicles just to have one in the game, just to have a vehicle on the market, especially considering how specced out a lot of these competitors are bringing vehicles to the market. The Kia EV9 is going crazy with the amount of features that are on it. Just some of the videos I've seen, some of the things that I've already seen about it. I look at the Prologue from what I've seen at the LA Auto Show, from what I've seen about it in person, read about it online. It is severely understacked as a vehicle, and hey, we don't know if there's going to be some kind of technology package version, you know, sport touring or, you know, high touring model. But as of this moment, it looks like the Prologue needs to be the epilogue of that way of thinking with Honda at this time. But there is hope on the horizon, because there was 2 Honda EV concept cars that were recently released with a whole new Honda logo that I'm super excited about. Some little Sportster sedan looking vehicle, as well as a passenger self-driving van, Volkswagen bus looking thing. I don't know, Nissan's made like a ton of these every single year as a concept car, that they just still make the same Nissan Altima but in different sizes. So, you know, who knows, take it with you with a grain of salt. But this new Honda logo, I'm very excited about. If we want to try to just make a hard left turn Honda and go right into that lane of these hyper futuristic vehicles, of these futuristic looks, we go into a crazy good range, into crazy performance, bring the Honda spirit to it, where it is a consumer car, but it drives for the consumer, and it drives the consumer to want to drive it, which is what I remember about Honda, falling in love with Honda, is that the vehicle makes you want to drive it, that it makes you want to buy it because it's just so worth it, it's so affordable, it's so available, it's so attainable, and it makes you want to drive it because they built it so well, and they built it around the driver, around the individual. And this Prologue doesn't feel like it's built for anyone other than just having a stake in the game, having a fraction of the market share, or to regain EV credits for their ability to continue to produce subpar gasoline vehicles at this time. But that's everything for me. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like the Prologue, if you like the ZDX more, if you knew anything about the Honda E car or the E colon NYC #1 car. I don't know about anything about that one. Or even if you knew about the 1997 Honda EV Plus. I'd love to see one of those. I'd love to get behind the wheel of one of those and just take it to 0 to 60 in 25 seconds. But we'll see what happens, what the future holds. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.